Was there a moment or a time where I knew God was real? Well, the Bible talks about in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6, it says, the Lord disciplines those whom he loves. He chastises everyone whom he receives. And I got a quick story for y'all. Sorry for the dog barking, but I got a quick story for y'all. This one time when I was a kid, I couldn't be no more than 19 years old. And my mom had like this golden rule: do not be outside when I'm not home. Pretty simple rule. I grew up with two other sisters, a twin sister and a baby sister. And I remember this one time we decided to pull our funds together in order to go to the gas station to get some annihilators and some chips and stuff like that. And my mom wasn't home, but we really, really, really wanted these snacks. And so the way my apartment complex was set up, it was like one big square. Okay, shout out to Monroe Park Apartments. It was one big square, and all the front doors of each apartment face the street, and the back door faces the parking lot, right? And at the like far corner from where we were at, we were in the corner, one of the corners of the square. At the far corner, the other side, there was like this gate that didn't fully connect to the apartment building that you can kind of slip through and go to the gas station. Gas station was no more than like a quarter mile away from the house, so it was in and out, quick, easy access. It wouldn't take no time. My mom wouldn't know we were gone. And so me and my twin sister, we decided we were going to make the trip. So boom, we hit the parking lot out the back door. We hitting a little cut where that, the fence is kind of not connecting. We in the gas station. Mission is successful. I mean, we get all of our hot Cheetos. Back then, Cheetos was 25 cents. You can get 4 bags for 25 cents. And we got our annihilators. We head back, and on the way back home to the apartment, my sister all of a sudden just stops in her tracks and she starts fanning herself, like frantically fanning herself. And I could see her start to cry, and she's like, Ty, something's wrong. I don't know. Something's in my eye. And I'm like, whoa, like what is going on? Like, things was smooth, girl. Don't be tripping. We almost home. And so I tell her, okay, well, let me see your eye. And I pry it open, and I see this little bitty black bug, and it was stuck to my sister's eye. And I can remember plucking it out, and she felt like instant relief from me getting that bug out of her eye. And so immediately she starts to like cry and whimper, but we make it home, right? And we got our bounty. We got our 25-cent hot Cheetos. We got our annihilators. We good to go. Well, my little sister speaks up, and she's like, yo, we forgot our drinks, right? And we were like huge suckers for the Snapple Element series. If you remember that, We Can Be Friends. Basically, there was like fire, rain, I think it was like air, and I forgot what the other one was. But anyways, we love the Rain Element Snapple drink. And so my twin sister's freaking out. She's like, I'm not going back. Like, you remember what happened last time? Like, I got attacked by a bug. So I'm like, man, it's right down the street. Boom, I can do it. And remember, this is now the second time I'm going to disobey my mother and go to the gas station when she's not home, right? So back door, parking lot, boom, I'm in the cut. I hit that little side part, and all of a sudden, y'all, it's like the voice of God came from above. And I looked up because my name was called. And on the power line, my Uncle Wes was there. Now, Uncle Wes is a good friend to the family, and Uncle Wes knows my mother pretty well. Now, I don't know if he actually knows the rule that we can't be outside the house, but my heart instantly sank. And, I try to play it off cool, because I don't know if he knows that I'm not supposed to be out. It don't matter. I try to play it off cool. And so I chop it up with him. What's up, Uncle Wes? Woo, woo, woo. My Uncle Wes was an electrician. I knew that he probably contracted out with the city to fix this power line. But this man happened to be at the power line where I needed to go through to get to the gas station, right? And just my luck, man, I still go to the gas station. I get us the Snapple juice. I come home, right, and I say what's up to Uncle Wes again, run through the parking lot, hit the back door. I'm in the house. Man, I'm telling my twin sister, my baby sister, like, y'all would not believe who was at the power lines, right? It was, Uncle Wes. I'm telling the story, and I'm like, well, hopefully he don't tell my mama that, I was out and about when I was supposed to. Hopefully their paths don't cross. So my mom gets home, right? And she has groceries in her hands, which means, me being the male child there, it's time for me to go and get the groceries. Well, Uncle Wes is still up in the power lines, right? And the power lines was like, he can see where we were from where he was at because he's up in the power lines. And he says, Erica, and he calls out. My mom looks and turns, and she's like, hey, Wes, and so she goes over to go talk to him. And I'm like, Like, I can't wait for lose it. So he ends up, telling him, oh, I just saw Ty go through, woo, 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 went to the gas station, woo, woo. And my mom plays it off cool. She never mentions the rule that we're not supposed to be outside, shout out to you, Mom. But she gets into the house and she looks at me. She's like, oh, so you was outside, right? And I can just remember so many. Of course, I got whooping, and I took one for the team because I didn't tell that Tay and Lonnie had snacks, and they told me to go out there. But anyways, I'm snitching now. But anyways, just time and time again, like that Hebrews 12:6 verse, where the Lord disciplines those whom he loves. He chastises everyone whom he receives. That was one of those moments where, like, man, this is being fleshed out. And I was a kid, 9, 10, and I knew this was scripture and this was being fleshed out in my life in real time, that I'm going to get caught. And I feel like time and time again in my life, I was getting caught for little small, simple things. I could never do dirt without being caught. And so that's a time I knew that God was real.